What up guys, it's Star, and today I'm going to show you how to build your own 1v1 island. First, go up to your rift, interact with the console, and create a new island. You can pick either the block or the grid island. If you're looking for more height in your island, I prefer the grid. It's much taller than the block. But for today, I'm going to use the block for tutorial purposes. Once you get into your island, estimate where the middle is and get 2 hover platforms from the Devices tab and place them next to each other like this. This is how I like to decorate it. You can decorate yours however you want. Once I make my little window, I put 2 blocks on top. Next, I build a box around those 2 blocks, and then I extend even further. I like to add corner pieces, that way it doesn't look like a square. I also like to add ramps. And to make the corner ramp, you turn building to prop on, and you take a ramp. You can rotate it however you want, and you can resize it to fit the corner. After that, turn building to prop back off, grab your stairs, like so, make your 1v1 stand. I like to decorate mine as well. If you're going to decorate yours like mine, be sure to use grid snap whenever you're placing things. On the bottom, I like to add little vents so that way it doesn't look like a device is just sitting there. As well as some trim, just to make it look decorated. Then I go to the shape gallery, get the elemental things, and I grab a lava block and I size it to fit the window, like so. That way the fire kind of matches that window. Now I'm going to start with my devices. Start with my player spawns. Make sure this piece is where you want your player to not be facing, as this will be towards their back. And be sure to set all these to not visible during game. Same for the player checkpoints. I like to place the player checkpoints underneath the ramps, that way when you're fighting and you run through the middle, when you die, you'll respawn underneath the ramp. Now I'm moving underneath. I'm putting a team device down. You do not need to adjust any settings on this device. With this, you can pick your weapons, and whenever you drop them on the device, be sure to place them in the order that you want them in your inventory. Next, I place a barrier on the ground. When editing the settings, I make sure that it's a red nebula, as well as the width and depth being 100. Next, I extend outwards. I put a device on every corner of the map, and I also make that a red nebula, but with width 100 and height 100. And now we have to cover up the roof, obviously. Take the hover device, make kind of an L shape, and then just select all those things and carry it to the top of the map. Make sure you don't go above the barrier, as this will make you drop your platform that you're carrying up. Now that it's up in the sky, you can go on the bottom of those floors, put a barrier platform, make it width and depth 100 and a red nebula, if you're doing the same design as me. Take a mutator zone, put that on the other floor, make sure you can shoot and build in that area. Make it width and depth 100 and height about 3 or 4, it doesn't really matter. And make sure when a player enters that zone that it transmits on channel 4. Now we're going to take the trigger device. I like to resize it, that way it's triggered wherever I want it to be. Just copy my settings here. Then make one on the other side. Make sure it lines up with the ramp. Now put one at the spawn. All you have to change on this one is that it transmits on channel 2. And again, put one on the other side. Don't forget to put a barrier underneath your platform, that way you can't fall off. You can pick the music you want for your island if you want any. You can pick sound effects. Channel 1 is for when you start building, channel 2 is for when you respawn, and channel 3 is for when you're eliminated. Again, just copy my settings. Take the elimination device, make sure it's invisible, and make sure it transmits on channel 3 when eliminated. Take a HUD message device, make it say max height reached. Make sure it doesn't display from round start. Pick your text style, pick your sound. Make sure it shows when receiving from channel 4. Next, take a rift, rotate it accordingly. You can pick if you want it visible or not, if you want the sound effects to play or the visual effects. I decided I did want the effects to play, but I did not want it visible. Make sure it faces the player in the teleporter direction and it teleports the player to that rift when receiving from channel 4. Now my favorite part, I like to decorate. This is optional, of course. Now, it's time for your island settings. Be sure to copy everything I have exactly for things to work properly. You can pick if you want your friends to join in progress, spawn on next round, or spectate. I like to let my friends spawn. If you don't want to wait 3 seconds before moving when you start the game, you can get rid of the game start countdown. Some of these settings you can adjust to your liking. If you're unsure, it's probably best to just not touch it and make it as I did. Once you have all that done, you can start your game. As you can see, the respawn pad activated when I walked over it. Now let's test to make sure that we can build to max height and be teleported back down. And as you can see, it works. Tells you that you reached max height as well. And you're all set! Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that you have fun on your island. If you have any problems, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as quick as I can with advice on how to fix it. Enjoy!